Hey,
Hey, what's up, man?
hey, endangered species 1. Here's endangered species 2.
You
Are
said
you
Danger
awake,
Species.
Marv?
I am now. Who is Danger Species 1?
You are.
And who's number 2? You?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Did I ever tell you my real story, Marv?
What's your real story?
Marv, were you around in the 70s, man?
I was born in 71.
In Chicago?
Yeah.
But I never talked about the 70s with anybody, man. I mean, that was my gig, the 70s. That's when I did everything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no, I remember you saying that you used to ride a bus, with the brothers when you were younger. And you guys would either take a bus or a train somewhere.
Oh, all the time. You know, I always, there were, I mean, since I was in, like second grade, there was always a brother around. I mean, it started with Charles Starling, and then there was, we got turned on to Rapper's Delight by this. You remember the Sugar Hill Gang?
Yep.
The first rap. This music teacher kept me and Charles after class and put on the phonograph because he saw that we were tight and he wanted us to hear the new jam.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's how I got into it. Now, after Charles, there was a falling out, and then I got transferred over to Decatur Classical, which was more like international espionage school.
Yeah.
And there was a kid who was busting from Cabrini Green named Latif Fry, who we used to run. He didn't. They wouldn't let him. His mom didn't want him taking the school bus because Cabrini Green was such a bad, that was famous for being bad at the time.
Right.
So before he got on the CTA, we'd play for about 2 hours, all sorts of crazy shit, War and Johnny Tackle, and there were always kids marching home with us, taking off from the school bus to hang out with us and fuck around. And there were other guys at Decatur too, Brian Mitchell and Richard Latson and Adam Lingo that liked me. But Latif was my best friend, and then he turned on me right at the end too with some crazy shit. Like it was the most offensive thing you could possibly say to somebody who befriended you and was your best friend for like 3 years, man.
Oh, man.
But you know my story, Marv? Marv.
No, man. No, I want to hear it.
I know how to make everything terse and succinct. I am an original Egyptian slave Hebrew. Now, my dad, not my mom, but my dad, people survived, and they always walked the streets. They were terribly abused. Now, are you there?
Yeah.
Now, we actually got destroyed shortly after Moses got us out of Egypt. That they were always trying to get at us, and that's what actually formed Europe. They all got together to finally, do what they want with us, and they kept some of us around for their own spiritual and energetic purposes. Now, there are basically only about my family and Rahm Emanuel are about all that's left of that, and they totally want to survive. So they went straight up fucking Nazi nuts, and I'm the only guy that's still that follows the original teachings of the Torah and the Ten Commandments. That I'm like the only one left.
Oh, wow.
But here's the thing. I think like you said, your dad built that bar, that liquor store on the south side.
Yeah.
I think you have like what's Creole or Cajun that you mixed with some of the settlers, and you are like basically one of the only one of you left, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get it, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, how you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm good, man. I can't complain. I do. If we gonna work out, man, I do a little kickboxing now, man.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Muay Thai?
Huh?
Is it Muay Thai?
It's. I mean,
Oh.
I'm just punching a bag and kicking a bag.
Oh, I see.